Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we are going to do another resin project, and I'm going to show you here in just a second. But first, I need to get my things cleaned up. So I ended up mixing up 15 ounces of the Bond Craftor resin, just the regular epoxy resin, 1-to-1. And I've got roughly 15 ounces mixed up. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I have got some different colors out. All right, so we are going to make this round coaster. This is going to be the base, and this is going to be the top, and I'm going to try to get it like a galaxy. So I'm going to use some of the Purple Garden, the Macaw Blue Green. We might put a little bit of iceberg in it, but if not, we're going to use white with these three colors, and that's going to be our base. And then I want this ring holder basically to match the base. So we're going to kind of do this as a dirty pour type of thing. But then we are going to, and I'm contemplating between the two. We're going to make this, and then we're going to assemble all these pieces together. I think I'm going to do the cat because I'm putting a ring holder, and I want something that is more female friendly than male. Or I could do this little angel. So maybe let's do the angel. Changed my mind 4 times already today, guys. But then I want to put some crystals along this side. So that's kind of my plan. And then we're going to, once each piece cures, then we're going to like assemble it and put it together and cure it again and all that good, happy malarkey. So before we do that, and then I might even throw in a few little stars. But we've got to get some resin mixed up first. So the big round disc takes 8 ounces. So I know I want 6 for that. This takes 4, so that's 10. And then whatever's left is going to be for this. So I'm not going to do the full 8. So I'll do 6 and 4, so 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That'll leave me 5 ounces. So let me just pour 5 ounces in one of these cups. All right. And that is going to be for this and our little crystal pieces. And I did pull out some purple, a dark orchid and a purple. And then I have the 2 blues and a peach red. So I don't know if we're going to use those. They were out, so I left them out. All right, so let's let me get this one mixed, because then we're going to have to divide this into 3 separate cups as well, because I need the 3 colors. So we're going to set this aside for right now. And let me grab 3 different colors. No, 3 different colors. 3 different cups to make our colors. In I was going to do the cat in this color, but now I'm going to change because I picked the fairy instead. And this is the color, the iceberg blue is what I'm going to do the moon. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do the angel. I might do her with a little glitter, because now I got to rethink my color scheme here, because a brown little fairy was not going to look cute. All right, so we're going to divide these. And then probably what I'm going to do and then we're just going to do like a random pour. Okay, so we got that. Let me get this cleaned. I guess I got to fill up my alcohol bottle here. Go back to my trusty old little one here, when I first started with. Because if I don't clean this now, I'm not going to. And I do not have long sleeves on today. So I'm hoping that doesn't cause an issue, but we will see. All right, that's cleaned. Okay. And we're gonna take 2 of these to mix these. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put these through the debubbler, and then we will figure out our colors for our little fairy on the moon. While that is debubbling. And I'm just trying to get you so you can see everything here. And I do want a fairly decent amount, because I do want it to be opaque. I'll wipe my stick, and we'll get our purple. And the white, I'm not going to do this way because it is a pigment paste. That purple is so pretty. It is called Purple Garden. And I do have discount codes for everything down below. All right, I'm going to just get my big bottle. And try not to over pour. And I think I need just a smidge more. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Cap my alcohol so I don't spill it. Okay, so we're gonna pour some of this in here, get it mixed, and then we will pour it all together. And this way here, I know I'm not gonna have any unmixed mica. Just scrape all that out. All right. And then we will get this stirred. looks good. Okay. And then we're gonna pour some purple. This is so pretty. And as I'm stirring it, I'm thinking, oh, I should have put a little bit of ghost blue in that, and that might have given me a galaxy, but I'm going to stick to the original plan. If this comes out good, I will probably be making a few more in different colors, because I do have to start thinking about, you know, the art walk coming up in April. I know it's still like 3.5 months away, but I do want to have a few new pieces to show. If they don't sell on my website, then I can sell them there. Oh my gosh, I love this purple. All right, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to wipe my stick. And we are going to take some of the white pigment. And this is just the Let's Resin Ocean White. And it's just so thick that you can't squeeze it out of the bottle once it's like halfway. You can't. All right. So I'll get this mixed. I will pop this in the debubbler, in the Let's Resin debubbler. And I did see a thing that all of Resiners stuff is on sale. And I do have a discount code. So if any of you have been wanting to, you know, get something, it would be a good time. I'm going to wipe this extra pigment off my stick so that when I mix, I know everything is mixed in good. And I'm hoping by the round disc being the top, I'm going to get that look that that I want, versus doing it the other way around. So I am just going to put this in here, get that started. All right. Okay. So I do need to leave, because I'm thinking this is only going to be 4 ounces. So we're going to just put, let's see, and I'll probably have extra. All right, so that's 3. All right, let's do that. And that should leave me enough to do a few of the little crystals. So I got to break this into another cup too, because we want our little fairy here to be kind of like a glittery something. So that's, all right, so that's 2 ounces. So we kind of split it in half. And I do have to grab some tape because I got crap all over these. And this already had some glitter in it before, so that'll probably be a good thing. I will probably add a little bit of glue. So hard to do this with my gloves on, guys. I know I should have done it before. But I was still contemplating what I was doing when I pulled these out. And this has a few blemishes in it, but I'm not too concerned because it's going to be the bottom of our base. Okay. So let's get, we want some blue for the moon. And I should have done some alcohol, but I am now just thinking, oh, maybe I can do this. Just kind of saturate it on the top. So I figured this would maybe be a pretty moon color, kind of like a bluish. And for the glitter, let me see, what am I going to use? We have not used this glitter in a while. This was from Michael's. It doesn't even say the name of it. Oh, Amethyst. So we're just gonna pour a bunch of that in there. Oh, let me just grab another stick here. And I will pop a little bit of glue in here. Oh, look at that. Oops. Oh my word. I am a slob today, guys. All right, that looks good. So I'm gonna do, say, 2 drops. 1, 2, and hang on, there's a little chunky bit that fell in. Get that right out. We don't want no chunky bits. No, 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 no. And I'm not gonna run this through the debubbler because it is just going to glob and gloop and the whole 9 yards. All right, so let me grab my curing machine base. We're going to try to get our pieces situated in here so that I know that they're all going to fit. And this way here, I won't have to worry about trying to move them. It will make it easy. And let me pull out, let's see. We can do the one big one. I do want a taller one too, because we can have like a taller one. I don't know, just a couple, little ones. All right, so we'll see if we have enough with those 4. And now I gotta mix my, no, I got my blue already mixed. I got that. Let me take a Q-tip and I'm just gonna try to it's just a little bit of glitter that's in there, which is not a big deal because we're adding glitter, but all right, so I'm gonna turn this like this because I'm gonna do this and this, and then I can turn it around when we do these. All right, there's no mica in there. We're gonna start with our little fairy. And I might have too much of these colors mixed up, but if we do, we will find something to make with them. Oh yeah, I've definitely got too much. Sorry if you can hear the talking upstairs. Because of the weather, my son's work got called off, so he actually has vacation this week. So they are upstairs shooting the breeze. All right, let's get, and I'm gonna start down here so I can try to keep that purple into the purple. And I know I'm gonna have to add a little bit more of the purple, but I wanted to at least get some of the moon color in. Come on. Oh, man, I'm making a mess. And it's so thick and goopy. Just pour a little bit more in here. There. So yeah, definitely we definitely have too much. That's okay. I'm sure you guys won't mind some extras. So I'm trying to get, back into the resin because I know that's what you guys love. So we will see how my body reacts to it. All right, let me... And I'm going to try to not go overboard on the color. I don't want it quite as dark as the other ones. And this one's not even opened. Ooh. All right. But I do want some of the tips to be a little bit darker. And then we're just going to pour and I'm not even going to fill them all. They don't have to be filled all the way. All right, so that was the dark orchid. And we'll do this one in a dark purple. And this one I filled up because I want this to be a little bit deeper. And that probably just mixed all my colors, but I don't want any bubbles in my little tips. So the moon and the little fairies looking good. And let's do... see, do a blue, and I'll do this one like two-tone, two different colors. Whoa. Crud. Let's see here. I've got a little scraper thing. I hope this comes out, guys. I don't even know if it's gonna work from what I have pictured in my pea brain. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna add a little bit of the purple in this one. And then I'm gonna swirl it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's turn this. And I'm gonna wipe this out because I got stuff in there. And then these next two are just gonna be pours. That is it. So let me get my colors. All de-bubbled. All right, so there we go. Just any surface bubbles. And I might have made up too much white. So I'm just kind of trying to pour them. All right, I'm gonna leave that like that. And let's put a smidge of white in here. Sorry if you can't see, guys. I'm trying to... And let's see, put that, because that's the bottom, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But I am going to add some of this. All right, let me get my spatula here. And the colors are not the colors that I wanted for the galaxy, but it's okay. I'm gonna swirl these here in a second, I think. So we have a little bit of white. Let's get the rest of the green or whatever it is. Because I need to leave a little bit of a layer for the next coat when we adhere these. And that way we'll just have the white and the glitter. Okay. And that way we're just bringing a trace of that white up without it being too overbearing. Now the only thing I didn't do was squeeze the tip on that, so I just did that. So I've got these two left. Let me see. Let me move this out of the way. Just going to get the cover on so that nothing gets in there. I'm not going to turn it on yet because I give that. And let's do all right. I don't know if we're going to have enough to do the alpaca. But I do want to do, how am I going to do this? I want this part to be this color, but I want to mix that and some white for the rest of the now. I don't know, that might look like crud. We'll see. And it's so thick. Trying to get it come on. Okay. All right, we're just going to leave that. And we're just going to pour this, and then we're just going to put it and see what happens. I don't remember how much this little guy takes. If we don't have enough, I'll just fill them up on the next time. That's all. It's like boogers. And then what I'll do is I'll just stick these in the Let's Resin curing machine. Actually, no, I don't even have to, because I have to mix up more anyways when I put the pieces together, so I can fill this up. I'll just leave this glitter out, and by then that will be tacky enough. Oh, I still got white. Okay, I'm going to have enough. Never mind. I forgot I had white. Now I'm just going to try to mix some of that. He's going to be a two-toned little alpaca. All right. So we've got these two done. And let me see. What do I have here? Let's put... All right, let me add... I want to see what this brown... No, I'm going to use a different color. Let's do the macaw blue and that white and see what we get for color. Okay, I am so sticky. Oh, so that's not too bad. All right, let me grab another little, let's see. I'm going to try something, guys. I'm going to try just sprinkling because that's got some gold from before, and this has some purples. Ooh. And then we're just going to pour this color and see. I know I probably will do the one with the more glitter here. So I just sprinkled glitter in there, and then we're just going to pour this and see what happens. Because that should pick up that glitter. Now, I should have tried this technique on that peacock. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. There we go. Who knows? These might look like crud. And then I'm going to mix, when I come back, we're going to mix up 2 ounces of clear. I don't think it will take the 2 ounces because the pieces that we're going to attach to it are going to displace some of the resin. So I'm pretty sure that we will have a little bit of extra. All right, so we're just gonna kind of get a thin layer, and then I can just top it when we come back and mix up our clear resin. That's all. I mean, I could maybe squeeze a bit more, but I think that's going to be about it, guys. All right, so now we let that cure. And then when we come back, we will demold the ring holder, and the moon with the little fairy on it, and our gemstones. We're not going to unmold the round tray yet because we're going to attach these items to it before we move on to the next part. So I'm going to let that cure. I'm just trying to pick up some of my mess, guys, because if I don't do it now, it's not going to get done until I come back, and then it's going to be a bigger mess. And my gloves are all sticky, so I have to do it now. Because I don't want to waste a pair of gloves, just you know, just to clean this up. So I don't want to take any chances of having like some resin that I can stick my arm into, even though I think it's more the fumes that I'm allergic to than the resin itself. But I don't want to take any chances. Because I was really bumming thinking that I might not be able to do resin anymore, because that's what everybody likes, you know what I mean? So if I can't do that, my channel is going to pretty much be a bust. And I've put in a lot of hard work to get it where it's at. All right, pop that bubble. That's kind of looking cute. All righty. So I will come back down in about a half an hour, pop everything in the curing machine, and then we will move on to the next step, guys. Okay, guys, so these are all cured, so let's get these out. I'm hoping this is going to be firm enough to stay and not bend. If it's not, I'm going to have to wait a little bit to do what I want to do, but we will see. All right, so let's just... Oh, hang on. I don't want to break her star. Oh, and I almost did. But I saved it. I saved it, guys. Okay. So that is looking pretty good. And we're just gonna trim this up just a smidge here. There's not a lot, but there is enough to just need to get this trimmed just a little bit here. All right. And where's my knife? So I'm getting ready to do a live. I'm filming this on Tuesday the 30th, and I'm getting ready to do a live. So I've been moving some stuff around down here. But I'm trying to get the next layer of my project going. And then what I'll do is I'll just put it in the curing machine, but not turn it on, and just let it cure overnight, because it is dinner time right now. So that way there, it's not on my desk when I go live. That's basically what I don't want. I don't want a chance on getting anything in to my project. So that is going to sit just like this, guys. And I'm loving how this turned out. So we are going to affix this with some UV resin here in a minute. So let's get our little ring holder out. Oh, that's beautiful, guys. Oh, I love it. That has got to be one of my favorites so far. Okay. That is gorgeous. All right. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off the bottom, even though it's going to be in the resin. I just want to have as flat and smooth of a bottom as I can. Look at that. No bubbles at all. And we have a little bit of the swirl on the outside. So that's going to be like that. And let's get our little gems out and see what these look like, in case I have to go with a plan B. And I did set these for 2 hours in the curing machine, so they're nice and, oh, that's pretty. Okay, that is more of what I was hoping for with these gems. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have went with all one color. I don't know. Oh, but that's pretty too. I mean, it could just be, you know, something different. All right, let's see. And that's pretty. It's a little bit darker, but it does still have a little bit of clear in there. So it's not like 100% dark. Oh, look at this. This looks really, really good. Okay. So this is going to go here. And I'm going to put this here. So I just wanted something kind of going like along the side like that, just to kind of give a different look. Okay, so I am liking this positioning. So what I'm gonna do is let me get some gloves on just just in case. I don't think the UV resin bothers me, but yeah, we're gonna be on the cautious side here today. So let's see. Oh, crap. All right, I got a paper towel. So I want some clear there and some underneath the foot. Now, I'm not going to have to worry too much about it because I'm going to be putting another layer of clear over this. So I want enough where I can cure this so it holds it. So we're not going to have any floating up when I pour my next layer of resin. And I will stick the Let's Resin curing machine on this when I mix up my, I'm going to mix up 2 ounces. I don't think it's going to take the 2, but we're going to mix it up anyways. I love this, guys. All right, I've got to figure out how I did this so I can repeat it because this is beautiful. Okay, so we've got that, and then we want, let me see, I'm going to try to put it on the outside of this. Like that. And then we are gonna, oh crap, I got it backwards. Hang on. So because this is clear and I'm putting another clear layer on it, these clear spots will not show. All right, I don't want them to move when I put my next layer in. But I know that like underneath, it's not gonna cure because it can't get under there. So that's why I'm thinking if I do the outsides, like that, it's going to be enough to kind of hold that in place. And then the other layer of resin is going to go over the top, which is going to lock that in really good. I think these are going to be really cute, something different. Now we could use rocks. I mean, we could pretty much use anything. All right, so I'm gonna put these 2 kind of like that. And that way it still gives you room on the side if you know, want to throw another ring or whatever, that you would be able to. And I'm just gonna, and I'm just doing a daub underneath this one because this one is pretty much see-through. I think we'll be able to cure it through the little gem. And then we're gonna get this thing locked down. Guys, I think this is gonna be a cute little something you can put on your dresser, your makeup table. Okay, so we are going to go around this edge. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because I do want some of the resin to get like underneath. but I also, I want enough that it isn't gonna move. Oop. And it would help if I point it in the right direction here. So I can see enough of it oozing out. And then, like I said, I'm gonna put the big light on top of the whole piece. I'll put it in a couple of different ways. All right, so this is what we've got so far. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I am gonna put my bigger light, my Let's Resin light on here. And I'm just gonna let this give it a good cure while I am mixing up my resin. I will be back. I do want to put a few of these stars in amongst once we get the resin poured. So I will be right back when I get the resin mixed up. Like I said, I'm only going to do 2 ounces. It's going to be clear. I might put a little crushed crystal in, but we'll see. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I did run my resin through the debubbler, but I hand mixed it, but I think that's going to be okay because I can use my my little torch once I figure out where I put it. Oh, it was on the floor. All right, so I cured that for 5 minutes, different angles. All right, so everything is nice and hard. So this is my resin. So let's get some crushed crystal. Let's see. Just so it has a little bit of a sparkle in it. All right, let me wipe my stick here. And I'm just gonna put it in there like that. That should be more than enough. And cover this. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, so I didn't take it out of here on purpose so that I have the sides, and then we are just going to, actually, let me give this a spray. And this takes 8 ounces, and I pretty much poured 6 in here, so we should be golden with the 2 ounces. All right, I'm gonna turn this because I need to get some on this side. All right. I'm just gonna take my dotting tool and rub like all around the bottoms of these pieces that we added. All right, I'm just gonna let that kind of flow. And I want to go around to make sure there's, you know, like no hidden bubbles around the bases. So having a little bit of time off also helped me creatively, guys. Because I was really stuck there for a while. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. And I just want to get some, make sure I have it around everything. And I might be able to get the rest of this in here, guys. I don't know. Just to kind of give it a nice dome. I don't want to go too high, but, you know, if I can get this in there. All right, so let me take my torch. Now I just have to stay away from the edge. Everything else is gonna be fine. It's just, I gotta go quick around the edges. Oop. All right, so let's just let this sit for a bit. And I'm gonna get something here. All right. So that is a pretty close to being fully domed. So we've got the sparkle. Let's put a little bit of, a few little, oh crap, a little bit of stars in here. Now, is that not gonna even show? All right, so let me just take my stick and I just want to spread these out a little bit. And I want to make sure that they're underneath the resin. But I don't want them all the way to the bottom either, because I want them, crap, how am I going to do this with, let me see, get a little spoon here. All right, I think that is gonna be enough. Let me just, turn this just so I can kind of move them. Like I said, I don't want a lot, but I do, you know, because it's supposed to be kind of galaxy-y looking. I might have had to try a darker color. With the purple, I don't know. But either way, it is looking pretty awesome. Just trying to like strategically place some. You know, in some of the areas they might not even show up, but you know, I want them to look like they're random and I didn't just dump them in here. All right. Spread these a little bit more. And some, it's gonna look like they're standing up, which I'm fine with. All right. And then I'm just gonna let this just cure overnight. And then in the morning, we will demold this. And I'm just going to put a little bit over this, where this one isn't really like a shiny stone. Why not? Why not make it shiny, right? I don't want a lot. Just enough. And I am going to try to get this last little bit in here. All right. So we have got a nice dome. I'm not even going to worry about that little bit, guys. I'm not. And yeah, and then I will be back in the morning and we will see how this comes out, guys. I am impressed. I am loving it so far. As long as those little stars stay where they are at, I'll be happy. Alrighty, guys, I will be back in a bit. Okay, guys, so this is fully cured. So there's not much of a reveal, but let's just do our little extras here. Oh, he came out kind of cute. Kind of multicolored. All right, let's just give him some eyes. Oh, my hands are all paint. I had to move my painting stuff as I was painting last night. All these were curing. And I'm not going to do too much. And this is one of the turtles. This one I didn't fill all the way. But it's still cute. I mean, I can just put a little magnet or something on the back. And these little turtles, they're cuter in more of a transparent color, but nonetheless, it's still cute with that little bit of glitter. Now, this one should have more glitter. Oh, so yeah, that's kind of cute. It's a little, yeah, I'm not too crazy about them, but whatever. And let's see. Oh, now that's pretty. Yes, I like that. That's pretty. So I'm just going to leave that one like that. Okay, so let's get this unmolded here. Oh, so even the bottom came out kind of cool in this one. The white is more prominent on the bottom, but this is our piece, guys. All right, so I do need to take my little nippers here. And I ended up mixing up, I don't know if I told you, but I ended up mixing three extra ounces. And pretty much used all of it. So I got a little overhang right here. So I'm just cutting this off. And at least this is nice and hard now, because that first layer definitely had a chance, you know, to finish curing. And I've just got this up against my chest, guys, because I want to get that smoother on that edge. Because I don't want any harsh spots. There we go. But yeah, that is our cute little 3-piece set. What do you think? I think it came out gorgeous. And you can see the little bit of sparkle and the little stars, and they kind of change color depending on the angle. And what I will do is I'm going to put the little rubber stopper feet on the bottom. Actually, let me grab those real quick. And if I can find the pieces to this, I will put them in the description. Just making sure there was no sharp edges. So I just get these off Amazon. They're just little rubber stopper feet. And try to, you know, line them up somewhat symmetrical. I guess that's the word. Yeah. And that's how the bottom is finished. And then when you put it on your dresser, it's not going to slide around. So yeah, so that is our project for today, guys. Let me know what you think. And I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.